retro gamer and hobbyist artist with a lot of nerve. Crolister, the master opponent. Hi guys, Crolister here with another How to Freehand Draw video. This week, I will be freehand drawing Bowser, the main antagonist of the Mario series, in my style. Enjoy. So, here we go. I'm going to start with the jaw. Do one side of it, followed by where the nose goes. Then we're going to finish that side of the jaw. Do the lower jaw now. Do underneath it here. That's how I start off. We're gonna do the other side of the mouth now. Just like that will be fine. And I'm making sure it's relative to my canvas space, which I could always resize later, of course. Now I'm gonna put in the nostrils on the nose. Bowser is kind of difficult to draw freehand, and they might change his design just a little bit in more recent games, like Mario Kart 9, for example, in accordance with the Super Mario Bros. Movie, though in the S&B movie, Bowser's design is close enough to his normal game design. Just draw a couple fangs on his upper and lower jaws. You might want to put more teeth in it as well, like I decided to do. And then, finish up the tongue or the interior of the mouth. See now. We're gonna make this look a little bit better. I do have a laptop, so I have to use a touchpad instead of an actual mouse for sorts. Just so you know. Shape the eyes along the lines of like this. And then we're going to give him eyebrows, like, along the lines of in that shape. Put the eye on the other side. Then its eyebrow. There. Then, do part of the head with an indentation for his hair. Gonna draw the horn on one side. And a ring around where the horn begins. Then put the back of the head in. Then I'm gonna draw some of the hair. I prefer to do layers of the hair going in a spike matter like this. Bowser has a somewhat heavy metal kind of hairstyle, you know. I like to think of fire while thinking of what his hair looks like. And I'm going to put in one more layer on the hair after that as well, near the end of the drawing. After I realized doing so would make it look a little bit better. For the moment, though, I'm going to draw spikes around the neck, which are supposed to be the spikes on his collar that he has. If you draw him so that the collar is not exactly visible, you can at least do that. So now I'm going to start doing his left arm. I'm pretty bad with hands while drawing. I tend to draw the thumb on the wrong side in some scenes, so I stopped to think, what direction should the thumb be facing if I wanted him to hold the back of his hand facing forward. Then, yeah. He has 4-fingered hands, including the thumbs. Then he has cups around his upper arm and on his wrist. You should put spikes on them. put a dot in the middle of them to show the tip while they're in that position. That's the joy of a laptop for you. I'm going to connect that to the body. And I'm going to draw the brim of the shell. And I'm going to make it so that at least some of his shell is actually exposed, and spikes along with it. In some depictions, Bowser's shell has like 10 spikes, in others it has 13. Go with what you will. Just put a spike in each segment on the shell on the back, basically. By segment, I mean the close shape patterns on the back if he's facing away from the viewer. Alright, then I'm going to draw a line for the torso, followed by the beginning of his right arm. I'm going to draw his hand on his right arm in a different position also. He's going to have his palm held outward for his right hand. Optionally put a marking for the palm, like I always do. Get the nails in. Then I'm going to finish up the arm. Put the cuff on the other arm on. Get rid of this lone pixel. So, this is the brim of the shell, what I just drew there. We're gonna draw the belly part. And then we're gonna close it on the right arm. Then I'm going to draw the legs. No cups on the legs, only the arms. Put the nails on. Now I'm going to draw the other side of his back here, which will expose even more of the shell later on. For now, though, let's do the left leg. like I said, they might be changing the designs of some of the characters in the Mario games, in later games, in accordance with the Mario movie. And some of you might have noticed that in the Mario movie, Bowser's souls are not padded like they are in the games. So they could very well be making that revision to the character as well, just per chance. Ordinarily, though, the souls of Bowser's feet would have pads on them, kind of like Charizard. It's just with the possibility of a design change and the fact that he doesn't in the Mario movie, that's why I'm having them stand up instead of having like 1 foot up like I did with Charizard. Just so you know. We're going to draw some more of the shell on the back and some spikes. Let me fix this blemish. So at least I can have some of his shell included. Then we're gonna draw some spikes on the backside of what's visible. And then I like to put detail on certain parts, like the belly, for example, after I color it to avoid hassle with the fill function. So let's just do the tail now. He has a couple of spikes on his tail. And that's basically it for the body structure. So I'm going to move him a little bit downward. And then I'm going to draw one more layer on his hair, like I said I would. That made it look a bit better, in my opinion. I also realized later that I forgot to draw the horn on his right side of his head, so I throw that in. Now we're going to color and then add some more features. That's what I love about Microsoft Paint. Coloring is actually the fastest part. Unlike with traditional paper and stuff drawing. Use like marigold, shady yellow for his skin. That's specifically the skin color he has. We're going to color in the white parts with right-clicking. Please note, some people might want to use different specific shades of colors from what I use. This is just how I draw the character. And how I color them. That's a lot of right-clicking I'm doing right here. I like to use scarlet for the hair and the eyebrows. Some kind of shade of red, basically. I'm using green for the shell. Use black for the cups, obviously. Then we're going to use brown for the rings that connect the horns on his head and spikes on his shell. Then I'll use cream color yellow for the mouth part and the belly. Whatever color you like to use for tongues. And then his head is actually close enough to the same shade of green that Yoshi's skin is, specifically. So now that we're all colored, we're going to draw the segments on the belly. That's a lot less clicking I have to do by using the fill function if I do this after I color. I have a tendency to leave gaps while I'm drawing lines. We're gonna segment the shell now. I realized I completely missed one of the indents in the belly segment. Whatever. And then he has red eyes. Like, demonic red eyes. So. Gonna put those in. And then we're gonna fix the overlapping. So, that's basically how I draw Bowser in my style. Here's a closer look at the final picture, which will go up on my DeviantArt on another date as Turtle Tyranny. I drew a silhouetted lava castle, which is what Bowser is obviously known for in the series, and a little bit of fire coming out of his mouth. So, there you go. So, with that wraps up this How to Draw video. Consider subscribing if you like the franchises that I have listed here. You know, I like Pokemon, I like Mega Man, I like a lot of Namco arcade games. You know, different stuff like that. And I would like to talk about upcoming Pokemon and Smash games there may be for the new console up ahead. And my thoughts, kind of news update videos, as soon as we get actual confirmations. I'm not a fan of talking about rumors that usually turn out to be false anyway. And I'll be drawing a lot more how to draw characters, primarily from Smash. So if you like my art style, consider subscribing, and I'll come out with those in weeks up ahead. Alright, so, with that is going to wrap up this video. I am Crolister, Master of Ponage. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on my next upload.